Here's a quick update what's going on in Chicago with the ICE and the protests. This is from my man, the modern Renaissance man. Forgive me, but yeah, modern Renaissance man. And this is going on in Chicago. It's going to be live. This is about 30 minutes ago, but check it out. It's crazy.
This evening. It's interesting that, let me bring this back up. This is very interesting that they're up here hollering, whose streets, our streets. Why don't they go do that in Chicago in the inner cities? Huh? Why don't they go do that when multiple people get shot in Chicago? This is Chicago right now, right? Why aren't they out there doing and having the same energy for young black men and young black women getting killed all the time in Chicago? Why aren't they out there protesting that and hollering to the gang and the thugs, whose streets, our streets? You know what? I hate to say this like this right now. I wish that the gangs and the thugs in Chicago would take offense to what these people are saying. I wish that they was on certain parts of Chicago and certain territories yelling, whose streets. I wish they were doing that. Anyway, y'all. Yeah, they're live protesting right now.
Wow, he's screaming. What do you guys think? What you guys think? This is Chicago. Chicago need it. They need this help. I live in Chicago all my life. I'm 42 right now. I'll be 43 in November. But yeah, Chicago needs the help. I was a barber in security in Chicago, and I've seen all of it. It's bad. They need the help. Thanks for joining in. Appreciate that. Like and subscribe. This what happened in Chicago about 30 minutes ago. It's crazy. It's a live feed. I wind it back, so.
Trying to insinuate that they're stormtroopers. My name is JT. I'm a reporter. Oh, okay.
Once again, this happened in Chicago.
Yeah. Do you mind if I talk about how I'm confused about?
That's exactly what I want to hear.
Pritzker's thing. Like,
Yeah, we've been making that point here on the broadcast. So, so Sean, was it? Yeah, yeah.
All right, yeah, Sean. Sean Mills. I'll just say it. Yeah.
Sean?
SEAN.
Thank you very much. So, Sean, you were talking about how you're feeling confused in this moment.
Yes.
Why are you confused?
I mean, a lot of reasons, just humanity, but that's different, metaphysical, existential things. But I'm largely confused because Governor Pritzker,
Happy Saturday, happy Saturday. That's what's up.
Mayor Johnson has explicitly said very brazen, bold
Appreciate you
words
joining in.
against
Appreciate
Trump
it.
and the administration and Christine Allen. They're not welcome here. We want to assist you.
Before I started using farmer's dog, my dog pulls up with dry kibble in the morning. They just kind of walk by and dig at it all day. After we switch to farmer's dog, they cannot wait. A golden retriever is 6 years old.
Speed it up for you guys.
Switch to a farmer's dog.
Where she is, as of right now, being treated. The other piece of news that we have seen is that Governor Pritzker announced that Donald Trump had given him an ultimatum that either the state needed to call out 300 National Guard troops to support these ICE operations here. This is Operation Midway Blitz undertaking right now. Either Governor Pritzker needed to do it, or Donald Trump was going to federalize the National Guard himself, which is what the president is doing. 300 troops now being added here.
Thank you for joining in. Thank you for joining in. Appreciate it.
Are wearing helmets.
This is a little update what's going on in Chicago with the ICE situation.
It's unprecedented times here in America. It feels, I've heard the comparison. It feels like a war zone. It feels like a war zone. It feels like a war zone. And it's easy to see that comparison when the press, when people are being gassed, when people are being shot. That woman who I was just talking about, who had been shot by federally, to a person. Every single person we have talked to, nearly all of them, have said that they feel less safe with ICE in their communities, and now even less safe with the promise of the National Guard being deployed as well. So for a while here, police had actually corralled all of these protesters. You can see them just off to the side here. They're still in a line here, now donned riot, where they have blocked Lexington Street. They had also blocked the, this is an intersection here, they had blocked the other street that
Thanks for
enters into
joining
this
in.
intersection.
Thanks for
So
joining
these
in. This is
protesters
about
were
Chicago.
essentially corralled. They had nowhere that
ICE
they
in
could
Chicago
go.
right now.
Police eventually recognized that fact and withdrew.
It's a live feed. I run it back
the
some.
troopers
Fast
to be
forward
able
it
to
for you
afford
guys.
protesters some. You can see them just off to the side here. They're still in a line here, now donned riot gear, where they have blocked Lexington Street. They had also blocked the, this is an intersection here, they had blocked the other street that enters into this intersection. So these protesters were essentially corralled. They had nowhere that they could go. Police eventually recognized that fact and withdrew some of the troopers to be able to afford protesters some means of getting out of here. Otherwise, they were just being threatened with arrest and really nowhere to go except back in towards the ICE facility where they have, as I've said, they've been tear gassed, they've been shot with pepper balls, they've been shot with rubber bullets, seemingly indiscriminately. These protesters for a while feeling confused, feeling like they had nowhere to go and like that they were just being set up, you know, for maybe more confrontation with. Now we see protesters here confronting these police as much as they feel comfortable being able to do so. Police have drawn a line in the sand here with that you have to be out of the street and within these designated protest areas that are fenced in with concrete barriers. That if you're not within those zones or if you're not trying to actually leave the area, then they will arrest you. So we've seen people here now just taking one step off just to challenge that authority a little bit. Some people dancing here in the street, but it's been a peaceful protest so far. And that's what we've seen this entire week. It's these protesters who are being peaceful. And if you're hearing those loud boos, that's for a truck that just drove past. Anytime a vehicle makes its way here down Beach Street, protesters are yelling boo at the vehicle. just in case that it is an ICE vehicle or belonging to law enforcement, because they're starting to get, they're also starting to direct some of their, quite a bit of their ire now towards local and state police. All right, we're going to make our way here out of the area a little bit. So we're going to start to draw this stream to a close now that we've seen quite a few of the protesters leave the area after being threatened with arrest from law enforcement, putting a real damper on the protests out here. There's a small group that are still standing down by the gate to the ICE facility here in Broadview, Illinois. But I do want to go back over some of the facts for those of you who haven't been able to be with us here this entire time. One of the things that we want to talk about here that we haven't really gotten the chance to touch on enough, we came up in just a couple of the interviews, but the way that Donald Trump is marshaling federal resources down here and really taking so much of the local control away from the state of Illinois and the community out here. You see a whole bunch of law enforcement vehicles moving through right now.
Chicago needs the help. Fuck all that. Pardon my
Drawing
language.
those
Chicago
moves
needs
from the
it.
crowd. I do want to take, so yes, we were just talking about how the federal government has been taking away quite a bit of the local control out here. This is the Party of States' Rights. Party of States' Rights says we have to federalize your National Guard. The Party of States' Rights is saying we have to come into your communities, even though you say you don't want us, you say you won't help us. We're going to come in and we are going to profile people. We're going to rip people off of the street. We're going to tear apart families, tear apart communities. We are going to make you feel less safe. Of course, that's not the line that they're giving. They're saying this is all about safety. But all these people that we're out here talking about saying they feel much less safe as these operations have continued, and the threat of the National Guard now being nationalized and deployed here in the Chicagoland area, making them feel even less safe. I want to call out some of I want to call out some of shout out some of our new status quo members. These are the people. If you haven't already, please support our on the ground reporting. This live stream is brought to you by our status quo members. We are not funded by any corporation. We're not taking any ad dollars. We are not in any way compromised. We are beholden to you, our viewers, because you are supporting us $5 at a time. $5 per month is all it takes to continue to fund us to be here on the ground. It costs a lot of money for us to travel here, for us to stay. We're the only independent outlet that has been on the ground here for, it's got to have been about 10 days now, certainly about like a week and a half that we have been.
Thanks for joining in.
One more interview. But just to finish this little pitch here, to bring you interviews from people on the ground here, to be able to bring you this sort of eye-level view, to show you what these protesters are actually like, show you how peaceful they're being, push back against the narrative that is being put out there by some of the most powerful people in the world. We rely on your support. So if you are please able to do so, I'm eternally grateful. John is eternally grateful. Jordan, Michelle, Colin, everybody on our team would thank you. So just to quickly read off the names of some of those supporters.
We were planning our anniversary trip. Someone tried to open a loan in my name in a state I've never even been to before.
Retirement is just around the corner. I don't have time to deal with identity theft. Fortunately for me, LifeLock caught it fast.
Identity thieves work hard, but LifeLock works harder. Monitoring threats, alerting you fast, and jumping in if something goes wrong.
Now we can get back to planning that trip.
Threat averted. Thank you, LifeLock.
Holes left in the walls. Immigrant advocates and elected officials gathering to condemn the overnight operation.
We're trying to bring people in and trying to fight so we can all stay in this neighborhood, but that can't happen when we have people pulling us out of our beds at night.
While immigrant advocates say they believe about 30 to 40 people were detained, federal authorities have not confirmed that number.
The operation in Chicago netted 1,000 aliens being detained. 1,000. Okay, now we got more here. Here's what they do out there in Chicago. Here's some of the violent actions that the Trinidad Venezuelan gang members and other illegal aliens do out there in Chicago.
Security says ICE agents were targeted in several vehicle attacks yesterday. DHS shared these photos of ICE vehicles they say were damaged in those assaults. The agency says 2 undocumented immigrants tried to ram and injure officers in Bensenville and Norwich yesterday. Both suspects will remain in custody pending removal proceedings. The DHS released a statement which says in part, quote, thankfully, none of our law enforcement was killed because of these deranged criminal attacks on law enforcement. This is exactly what happens when Governor Pritzker, Mayor Johnson, and other sanctuary politicians demonize ICE and encourage illegal aliens to resist.
Exactly. So you see kind of what's going on out there in Chicago. We got a few more here. Now, this guy, and his name is on here, but don't go harass him, please. I just want to play what he's saying. This guy, Mr. Captain Whiteman, wants to come save the day and come help save the blacks in Chicago from ICE.
Burn it down. Burn it all the fuck down. Burn everything down. They are arresting African Americans and
Hold on. But before I play my man, the Sage says no due process means you could be deported. Don't matter how much English or history you have. Just ask Abrego Garcia about due process. Yeah, okay, the Sage or whatever you decide. Let me ask you a question. Was Kilmar Abrego Garcia here illegally or legally? Answer me that question. Just answer me that. Because if you want to use somebody who, if you want to prove your point about potentially being deported if you are a legal resident, then you should not use someone who's here illegally. Use somebody who was here legally and got deported. Use that. But if not, then let's go ahead and just... But anyway, let me start from the top.
burn it down. Burn it all the fuck down. Burn everything down. They are arresting African Americans in Chicago for just fucking existing. And they are next going to go after children. They have plans to go after children who have immigrated here with their parents. Burn it all the fuck down.
All right, there we go. So, yes, Mr. White Man, I am very scared. I'm very scared. I don't want no smoke with you, man. I'm not trying to... Listen, if I catch you in GameStop on release day, look, if I catch you in GameStop on GTA 6 release day, I want to stay away from you because I don't want no smoke. You understand what I'm saying? But listen, ain't nobody going after Black Americans for deportation. We're Americans, okay? Ain't gonna be... That has not happened, and it ain't gonna happen. Okay? And then children, what you mean? Like, if their mom and dad are here illegally, they gotta go too. They come over here illegally, okay. We'll give you a one-trip ticket, the whole family, right back to your country of origin, and then have that be that. Have that be that. It'll be free on the house. Don't worry about it. No ticket you gotta pay for. Matter of fact, we'll give you a ticket. You can skip front of the line. You could board first class, right back to your country of origin. How about that? But Black Americans are not going to be deported. And my man to say, are you still in the chat? I want an example, and I'm being serious. I want an example of someone who was an American citizen deported. Find me that. If you can find me that, then you know what? I'm wrong and I'm an idiot. But if not, then what are we talking about? Okay, we got another savior. We got another savior right here. Okay, she's gonna save the day. And you see the caption. It's time to see the good trouble that our Black and brown friends need right now. Okay,
So she, in front of her trailer, is going to save you. Okie dokie, let's watch.
Well, holy fuck, I can't believe it's happening, but black people are now being detained by ICE. Now, I can't really say that I'm surprised. It's only been 10 months, so I'm a little like, whoa, we're on rapid fucking speed right now. I mean, honestly, we all knew that this was the ultimate motherfucking goal of this regime, was to get rid of all the people of color in America. We can only have people who look like me. But here's the thing. I may look white, but I am way fucking non-practicing. And my expectation for people right now, especially in Chicago and the large cities where Donald Trump's personal pocket police are, you are putting your non-practicing white motherfucking self in front of our black and brown friends. Because that's the only way this is gonna fucking end. This is fucking insanity. We are not deporting and detaining criminals and druggies, and we are deporting and detaining people who make our lives better for being here. And it really is fucking disrupting my nervous system to think that there's people who look like me who fucking think this is okay. So if you do look like me and you have skin like this, unfortunately, step the fuck in front of our friends right now and do good trouble. Well,
all right, there we go. Hey, there was so much right there. First of all, I did not ask you, Miss Lady, to be the savior of black people. I did not ask you to be our spokesperson, so no thanks. You're using your white privilege in a way that I don't appreciate. You're using your whiteness in a way that I don't like. How about that? Can I use that, or are you only allowed to use that against white people? But anyway, listen, black people in America, black American citizens are not in trouble here. We're not the ones over here illegally. The ones who are here illegally are the ones who are in trouble. Furthermore, when you say that to make your life easier, what, because they do things that you don't want to do? Is that what that is? Do you think that it's good to have slave labor? Would you prefer to go back in the day where you had slavery and it was black folks who were enslaved? Would you be the person that says, hey, we can't free the slaves because they're not going to know anything, they're not going to know what to do? It's got to be the good white people to help take care of them on the plantation as slaves. That sounds like what you're saying. And again, this is not 1865. This is 2025. Slavery has been over with for a very long time, and we're not going to bring it back. No matter how much you and people of your ilk want it to come back, it ain't coming back. So yeah, hey, is she going to be able to save us? Hey, like, if you were to, like, let's just say there was some type of scourge, some kind of evil that just descended upon us. Would you want to recruit her as part of your Avengers, your all-star squad to help save the day? Nah. It's okay. It's totally fine. We got it. Don't worry about it. We got it. Now, this video is from 2023 with Chicago residents dealing with the migrant. Okay? And it's going to just show you how much we are fed up with them.
Many of these residents say they no longer have any tolerance for the disruptive behavior by those seeking asylum here. It's making them feel unsafe.
They disrespect us, they rob us, they harass us.
And their patience is wearing thin.
Let me say this. They got one more time to deal with it, because otherwise, next time they deal with it, they're going to deal with it from the streets. We're going to take over it. Nobody's going to be able to stop us from what we're going to do to them.
Much of the residents' anger was directed at city officials in attendance, including 20th Ward Alderwoman Jeanette Taylor, Chicago Deputy Police Chief Stephen Chung, and Family and Support Services Commissioner Brandy Kanazi. At one point, police had to intervene, breaking up an argument during public comment. Any of these
So this has been an ongoing thing. You got all colors. You got white, Asian, black, whatever. All the races. Everybody saying, hey, enough is enough. We're done with this stuff, with these illegal aliens terrorizing us, making our lives more difficult, getting in the way, siphoning our money. We're done. This is 2 years ago, over 2 years ago. So now that
Trump's back in office and he's addressing their issues, some got a problem with it. But I love it. I like it. I love it. Want more of it. Shout out to McGraw. Shout out to him. That's right, River Spirit. Americans say, you know what? No more. It doesn't matter what color you are. We're Americans. We're here legally. We're law-abiding. They're not. So they gotta go. Now, this person is not a Chicago resident, from what I was able to research. And she gives her 2 cents on what's happening with Chicago, which is similar to a lot of your white liberals and whatnot.
ICE is now detaining African American citizens in Chicago, as we speak. And the governor has come out and said to record everything, narrate everything, make sure everything is documented, ask for their
Thanks for
badge
joining
number,
in. Thanks for
even if
joining
they
in.
refuse, get them on camera. But I'm gonna say that again. ICE is now detaining Black citizens in Chicago.
Hello.
For every Black American
Thanks for
that
joining in.
got on the internet and this app and refused to talk about what ICE was doing and what is going on in our country, because I don't really care about the Hispanic community because they don't care about us. Which is BS in of itself. That's a whole nother conversation. We told you that we would be next. Right?
Let's pause for a minute.
Right.
When you say we, what are we talking about? You're African.
Hello.
It's fine to be African. Shout out to my Africans. You like my cousin, basically, my blood. I can tell. I can see your face. But you are not Black American. So you say we, what does that mean? Who are we talking about exactly?
And y'all didn't listen.
Thanks for joining in.
And look. So this is a sign for everyone to get off their damn high horses and start caring about what is going on in your communities and in your nation. Whether or not is this happening to someone who looks like you. Simply because we are human.
Okay, now look, just because someone from Venezuela may be dark-skinned like you and I, this lady, it doesn't mean they are one of us, meaning Black Americans, or one of you, a Black African now in America. It doesn't mean that. And even if it doesn't matter, because all that matters is that they're here legally or illegally. They could be Black, African, Venezuelan. If they're here legally, great. If they're not, somebody got a problem. The issue that we have here is, if you're African, you came to America, or you're Venezuelan that came to America, could potentially be illegal. But an American citizen cannot be illegal. So that's where we're different. Don't try to lump us all together. Illegals from other countries with legal Black American citizens. Not the same thing. So I thank God to have been born in America.
Hi.
Thank God for my citizenship. Because I know people from all over the world, it don't matter if they're Black, white, Puerto Rican, and Kenya stripe, they fight tooth and nail and risk their life and freedom to come over here to be what I am. So I'm glad to have it from the beginning.
6'7" Queen.
I'm
Hi.
glad to have that from birth. Now, here are some Chicago residents telling you what's really happening in the city. The lady I just played is not in Chicago, nor is she a Black American. Let's hear from a Black American in Chicago about what's happening, okay? That might give you a little bit more of an accurate depiction of what's going on.
Chicago, you need to stop lying and saying, and people on this internet need to stop lying and saying that they're coming for Black people. Yes, there was a building in a Black community that was not majority Black. It had been overran by illegal gang bangers. Let's be clear. So why everybody want to keep throwing that narrative around? Half of South Shore is fucking invaded by illegals. That's the truth. So don't get on here saying Black people are being came for. They're coming because they're in our neighborhoods and our communities. That's why. So yes, they're going to go in buildings where Black people live and sleep because they put them in buildings where Black people live and sleep. South Shore, born and raised. I know what I'm talking about. Stop pushing that narrative because it's not correct. So for those who were questioning about who I am and where I'm at, this is Adam Clayton Powell. This is the building that everyone is in an uproar about. So
she's right there in the mix of what's going on. The Venezuelan gang, Trinidad Agua, took over an abandoned building and were squatting there. ICE came in to deport them, to get rid of them. That's what happened. And that whole thing got spun into saying that they were targeting Black Americans. No. Okay, we got some more from another Chicago resident. Let's hear from those who are actually out there, live there, who understand what's happening and the dynamics of
Once
their
again,
particular
I'm from
neighborhood.
Chicago. I know
Let's
how
hear
it
from
is.
them because I think they know more than just random people on the interwebs or
They need the help.
a lot of these news people talking about whatever they want to talk about.
All right, so let me help you out with this one, okay? Since you don't get it. I literally live around the corner from where that happened, okay? And not all Black people were detained. It was just a couple of Black folks in a building that nobody was supposed to be in. Yeah, they didn't tell you that narrative, that nobody was supposed to be in that building. Nobody. Also, that's a building full of clucks. You do know what clucks is, right? Also,
Let's pause for a minute because y'all might be a little bit lost. The building shouldn't have anybody in it. So if you were in the building, off the rip, you trespassing. But the building was known to have the Trinidad Agua gang members, so that's why it was targeted. If you were in there and you happened to be Black, you may have been detained briefly, but you were not going to be in any way sent away. You were detained because you were in the building where you shit in the bin. And the building had clubs, talking about crack smokers. So that's where they would go to congregate. Again, in a place where they shouldn't be, which is typical.
so the Venezuelans went through that building and took over the whole building. Not forcefully, but they just started moving in apartments they ain't had no business moving into. Also, it's a lot of Venezuelans.
Like and
that look
subscribe.
Black.
Thanks for
You know,
joining
like
in.
Cubans and Dominicans. There are some Venezuelans that look Black. So guess what? If you didn't have your ID or no proof that you had residency there, then yes, they were detaining you. Because number one, you wasn't supposed to be in the building. Number two, the landlord don't own the building no more. The bank owned that building. Number three, it was a gang of Venezuelans in all apartments that weren't even supposed to be in them apartments. So here, yeah, they detained everybody. So
There you go. That's what happened. The Venezuelans took over. They were there. They shouldn't have been there. They were squatting. They quote unquote fixed it up, but they had no right to be there to begin with. And if you were there and not a Venezuelan, you got trespassed and probably got given a ticket, and then that was it. So that is how it's really happening in Chicago. So if someone tells you, hey, ABL, or hey, whoever you are, if someone tells you that ICE were targeting Black Americans in Chicago, send them this video. Send them the whole live video, send them the short version, send them everything so they can know that that is a lie. If you like what you're hearing so far, please give the video a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video, do all that good stuff. That'll help me out tremendously. Now, to my Southeast
Helps
Asian
me out
homie
too.
here legally, he says, you know what, I support the ICE efforts to get rid of the illegal aliens. A lot of the people that came here legally, the legal immigrants that I know, they are totally against the illegals because they went through a lot to come here and do it the right way. They're law-abiding citizens, and they don't appreciate those who break the law, which is no different than all of us. We all pretty much feel the same way about people that break the law. It's like, we do the right thing, so shall you.
You're an Asian. Why do you support deportation? No, stupid. I am an American who did it the right way. What is the right way? Well, time, dedication, money, thousands of hours without missing a single appointment. That is how me and my 3 older sisters got to America. So it's a slap on the face that I've been getting attacked because simply My eyes are chinky according to them. My skin is brown and I have a heavy accent. I don't give a shit. I'm sick and tired. Very, very tired. Up to here with bullshit agenda that just say, oh, because I support deportation, therefore I'm a bad person. No, I support deportation because United States of America is the only country that allow this bullshit to go to Japan, go to Russia, go to China, go to Africa. If they let you walk in and do whatever the heck you want. Get out of here with that bullshit. I'm so tired. I'm sorry to vent to my villagers, but I've been getting attacked like crazy. And let me know in the comment section if I'm going crazy. I don't think I am. I don't think I'm the only one that did the right way and proud of it.
Now, you're right on point, bro. You are right on point. You're doing the right thing. And I appreciate those who come here legally, doing the right thing. Look, you come to the country legally, I got no problem with you at all. It's only when the criminal element enters is when I have an issue. Aside from that, we good money. We are good money all day long. I saw something I wanted to respond to.
Thanks for joining in.
I saw something I wanted to respond to. Hold on. Melvin says, at 58, I miss crack. All right, Melvin, are we trolling? Are you over here having crack flashbacks, crackbacks? Is that what we doing? Crack flashbacks? Bro, you need some help, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Here is the mayor of Minneapolis saying that the illegal aliens, it's okay, they're our friends. Again, Mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry. Illegal aliens, they're our friends. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
In Minneapolis, we don't look at them as undocumented immigrants. We look at them as our neighbors. We love them. They make our city a better place. And while the Trump administration has clearly filed suit against us, we will fight it with every bit of our strength. We have an extremely strong case. This ordinance, which is our separation ordinance, is in compliance with the law. And so we're going to fight this one in court, and we're going to win.
All right, there we go. So he's saying it's okay if you're here illegally. It's totally fine. We're going to fight it in court. Meanwhile, the city of Minneapolis has some problems. There's some issues with crime in Minneapolis. And, you know, I don't know if it's a cold place, kind of an undesirable location with that code for me personally. But then on top of that, you get the crime and the illegal aliens and the scamming from the Somali community.
So you're not going to believe this today. I got robbed at gunpoint today in Minneapolis. So I'm like South Uptown, wherever that is, area. Not a bad looking freaking place. I come out of the store and me and my friends, we walk out and I see a guy in the back of our car, or their car, and he actually got away with my freaking shotgun that I just bought today too. So the police, they're great over here. Their hands are kind of tied in a lot of ways, but they said that now that they pointed a gun at me, I literally was pointed at gunpoint, maybe I'll elaborate the story a little bit, that they could actually approach the people, that they've been robbing cars all day long and they couldn't do anything because there's no guns involved. And now that they pointed a gun at me and they stole my gun, now they can do something about it. So let this be an example to you to maybe not come to Minneapolis until they freaking fix this problem. You know, I know some of you don't love it and stuff, what Trump's doing, but Trump, you know, could you bring the National Guard maybe in here and get this place in order? This is freaking crazy. I was literally away from my truck for 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is out there in a lot of these cities. And a word to the wise, do not leave a gun in your car. I repeat, do not leave a gun in your vehicle because it will be stolen in a lot of these cities. It will be stolen. Go back home, put it up, keep it on you, but do not leave it in your car. Listen, I go to Atlanta, especially, that's the number one thing you don't do, leave stuff in your car. Quick story. I was in downtown Atlanta one time and I had to park. And it was an attendant. And then he was like, hey, take everything out of your car. And he pointed to one of the vehicles in the lot and had the back window busted out. I already knew what it was. You got boys that would come into the parking lot, hop in your vehicle, take whatever they want, and skedaddle. They'd be out of there in 25 seconds or less. They pull your horn so you don't hear the alarm. They hop in your vehicle through the broken glass in the back, hop in your center console, under your mats. They go in your trunk, all of that, and take whatever you got. And normally they're going to find a gun. And what y'all do normally, y'all put your gun in the center console.
Also, we have Linda Bell, Larry, Misha on X, and thank you to Margaret Riley on Facebook, Christina Neal, Kay Lowry Body, and all of our Facebook moderators. And I'll put the audio up in one more second. Give me 1 second here. Hold on. Let me just say a couple quick thank yous. Just a couple quick thank yous, really quick. Thanks so much to Casey Steve. Casey Steve, that is very generous of you. I really appreciate it. Casey Steve, thank you. Also, Casey Steve gave 50 people memberships. Hey, Casey Steve, thanks so much. That's super generous of you. Thank you. Also, Dahlia, thanks so much for your support. I really appreciate it. I'll put it all towards the videos. Thank you. Tallulah A. Bell, thank you, Tallulah A. Bell, for your support. Shadows, 6530, I Am Charlie, Nina Drew, Dillamond, Granite Man, Joe, I Hear Crickets, Rick Clark, the Tea with Tammy, Mr. Poops a Lot, thank you for being here. Thanks for your support. Alex BZ for the memberships, Laser Moons, Paul G, Michael McIsaac, DeShark, thank you. And also over on Twitch, thanks so much to S. Stern 42, Non-Significant Harassment, Carlos Lycia 85, Warlord Wolf, Matthew Kohai 3, Jazzy Renee, CC, thank you. All right, I'm going to put the audio up now, and thanks to Jennifer Burton as well. Thanks everybody for your support. Here's the audio.
Make sure to like today's broadcast on Rumble and on YouTube, Matt Morse TV. Please make sure to like the video, today's live broadcast. It helps a lot with the algorithm. It really, really does. Little reminder, that's probably my first reminder of